As the South Tower circuit sits 800 meters above sea level, the race mechanics have taken altitude into consideration. The cars here require more downforce than they do at sea level, and although the
Welcome everyone to the last tribute race, farewell race, whatever you'd like to call it for Schnitzy. It's at Brazil. It's a mixture of two leagues, Romanian League RRC and CDR. So feel free to keep me entertained in the comment section. As all the CDR guys are running black cars, as you can see on the stream, apart from Colin with that kind of silver spread. Yeah, I think our guys are going on a slow lap. Um, so I'll just flick through and see what I can see. I'll give it a bit of silence for this one as well. So yeah, that will be the end of the last lap of honour for Schnitzy. Kind of a mixture of tyres going on for that. Apologies to RRC, communication probably could have been a bit better around that, but yeah, communication has proved to be difficult as you got the Romanian mechanical currently on a lap. Yeah, so most of the RRC boys are running all white cars as well. Kind of bit of a kind of hard to kind of see who's what, but yeah, I'll do the best I can.
Fernando Alonso has never taken victory in Brazil. It is Spaniard
So yeah, we got oh, I'm gonna butcher the names here, but I'm gonna call him Story. Currently setting the pace at a 108.8. The Romanian mechanical with a 109.3. Don Rabico with a blistering lap of 120.5. Uh, could have got guys out. Now after that tribute lap, this should be enough to get a couple of runs in. Yes, Colin, I saw your Matt car. Oh, Don Justin validating there as well, unfortunately for him. Culpy's still in the pits. Kearney's on an out lap. Teabag's on an out lap. Yeah, big shout out there as well. We got PRL giving the regards and the comms. Appreciate that a lot. That's not great. Virtual Andre with a 5 place grid penalty for blocking a lap. I've not seen that before. Obviously, look, I think one of the biggest things Schnitzy ever gave me was me personally and CDR was a good couple of Romanian drivers, solid lads, by and large, and we got Rubinho Magic in tonight, and we got Saratil boat racing in CDR Tier 2 as well, so good to see that as well. It's kind of hard to see who's where after that lap. But right on with Don, he's on a lap. He is not on a lap. Kieran is on a lap. I'll ride on with him and see how he does. Them black cars are simple but mega. Most of the guys running the number 91 as well, which will be the last race that anything associated with CDR would be the last race for the number 91, as it has been retired. As Kieran is picking up a slipstream, which will help him. What can he cross the line? It doesn't look like a bad lap actually. A 109.5 putting him currently in P5, so decent lap. Jump on with Culpy and see how he's getting on. Just starting a lap now, heading through sector 1. He's got a car very close behind. It's just all black and white on the map, so I really don't know who it is, but all I can tell you is it's a black car. Jesus, yeah, that map looks funky. Yeah, apologies for the quality of comms. I've not done a whole pile of solo, so it's a tad bit of a struggle, but we'll get there. Good cause and all that. Jump on, stay on with Culpy as he heads towards the line. What can he do? A 110 dead. Ronan, I believe, is the next to cross. Yeah, he's heading towards the pit straight. What can Ronan do? Doesn't look bad at all. DRS wide open, cutting that as tight as he can to maximise the lap. That's a 109.9 from Ronan. Puts him P9 currently. Hound is on a lap as well, I believe, so I'll ride on with him and see what he can do. Oh, getting very squirrely there through sector 2. It is one of them tracks where if you run low enough wings for that pit straight and the run between turn 3 and 4, it can cost you a lot of downforce in sector 2, and that can prove to be difficult. As Hound takes a lot of exit curve there, straightens it up. Not really sure what time. It doesn't look like the worst lap in the world, to be honest. Yeah, it's not great. He's coming back in. Anyway, he got rolling on an in lap. A lot of guys in the pits now as well. Story is out on another lap, and he's on a time lap as well, I believe. Currently setting the pace. The only driver so far in the 8s, as he creeps up on the back of someone. And that's a purple sector too, so he has improved as well. As he heads towards the pit straight. Can he improve again? Not sure. I didn't get his sector 1 split, but he's going for the line, so he must be up. That's a mega lap, 108.4 from Story. That's a super lap. I think we can see a kind of a bit of a 3 or 4 way at the front so far. Obviously, it's a mixed bag of pace. It is a tribute race. It's not a league race, so try and have a look around. Who have I not been on with yet? Ronan hasn't validated, unfortunately. That and that's not an out lap as well. That was a quali lap. So unfortunately for him, home back on track now on an out lap. I believe Teabag is on a lap as he heads toward turn 4. Ooh, no, he's not. He's backed out, or else he's just finished, or else he's doing a burner lap, possibly all coming out of the pits now. But there is traffic coming from behind, so space needs to be left. It is a tight track as well, so you can find yourself in a spot of bother. Sector 2 in particular, if there's a guy on a hot lap behind you. I got a couple of guys now on out laps. Guys are on laps. Kieran is on lap. He's invalidated. Trying to be fair to everyone. Virtual Andre, he is on lap. Also, the Romanian mechanical now into the 8s as well. As Don Rabico for CDR, a 108.3, taking provisional pole at the minute. I'm quite sure Saratil will have something to say about that. And the other two lads, to be fair to them. Oh jeez, Saratil being Saratil takes out a lot of brake marks. Robinho has left the session. I believe I could probably invite him back. Yeah, I think I can, friends. Yeah, so Robinho has been invited back, so hopefully that works out for him. There's still time for a run. There's a lot of guys out on track at the minute. Do they think they can get another run in and get back in for a final run, or have they just pulled the plug and went? Hard to tell at the minute. I'm trying to see, is there anyone on lap? Carl has invalidated. That's... Be surprised if he doesn't come back in. Luckman, what's he at? Luckman is improving. 2 tenths up through sector 1. Let's see what he can do. He is up, but his battery is gone. So I'd be surprised if he improves any more than that. Hound, he's on a lap as well. Pretty sure he'll be improving. Let's see his second. No, he's not. He's 3 seconds over. Yeah. North Pack on an out lap. Culpy has validated as well. Could be an in lap, possibly. Saratel is on a lap. See what he can do. Coming through sector 2. Didn't get a sector 1 split time, but he isn't too far away from sector 3. Get a better look and see where he's at. He's 3 tenths up. If he can hook up sector 3, it'd want to be a lot, but he'll definitely jump a few positions. But is it enough to challenge provisional pole? I wouldn't think so, but let's see. Heads towards the line, cutting it as tight as possible to the wall to maximise the lap, and he does jump upwards in 108.5 from Sourtail. So we got 5 drivers in the 108s now, the rest in the 9s. We got Honan, North Pack in the 10s. They definitely have another lap in them, so I'd expect an improvement there. But yeah, super lap from Saratel, who is out. Andre is the RRC owner, so I'll run on with him, see what he can do as he heads towards the sector 2 line, and he's 2 tenths over, so he'll be back in for a set of softs if he has them. Trying to figure out who's where. This black and white thing wasn't really thought out very well. Stick on with Teabag. He's just about to start the flyer. Let's see what he can do. Very nice into turn 1. Just gets to slow it down. Takes the apex. Turns 1, 2 and 3 are extremely slippy here. So he does nice staying left of the track, which will gain him the most amount of time. Braking zone for 4 is hard. Too late, you're over the track. Too early, you lose time. Absolutely nails it. Be surprised if he's not up in his time here. Sweeping right-hander. Oh, and as I said it, sweeping turns to spinning. Nearly just about saves it, but that'll definitely cost him time. As he navigates sector 2, a lot of lefts and a lot of rights. As we come on to the final part of sector 2, let's see his teabag up on his time. He won't get back out, and he is fractionally up on his time. If he can nail sector 3, there is a possibility to move up the leaderboard, but he would need in and around 3/10 on this lap. Not sure if he can get it cutting that extremely tight. Let's see what he can do. Powers towards the line. Can he improve? He does improve. 2/10. He doesn't move position, but he does improve, and that's not a bad lap at all from Teabag. As Luckman is on an out lap as well. Very hard to see who is on a lap or not on a lap. Roland is not on a lap, but he's just going to start as well. It is that time in quali where guys are on their final runs. I'll try and flick back to sector 3 and see if I can figure out who's next. Colin with someone very close behind. He's on an out lap. And they look to be going together, unless this is the absolute perfection of a slipstream, and it looks to be decent. Hone getting a slipstream there. Can he improve? He can. 6/10 up, puts him up to P11. So that slipstream proving vital in the end. Yeah, feel free to join in the comments. Give me something to talk about. Teabag has retired. Kieran has now retired as well. Stick on with Carr slightly over his time. Can he improve? Probably too far back to get a slipstream, but he believes there's enough in it to kick the line anyway. Can he improve? He more or less matches his time, which will mean he'll remain in P9 for now. Right on with Colin, who's 2/10 up as he heads towards the line. Got 2 other black guys behind them in the cars, or black cars behind them. I have no idea who it is. Colin does improve by 3/10, puts him up to P6. Rabico, wowza, into the 7s. That would be classic Don. 107.987 mega time from Don. Try to flick around now, see who hasn't taken the flag. Sartel is on a lap. He's heading through sector 2. He is up on his time fractionally. Luckman, I believe, is heading towards the line as well. He is. He's the next across the line. He's not, but he's the only one I'm on with. He has improved fractionally through sector 2. Ooh, wow, how did he not validate there? 2/10 for Luckman, up to P12, 109.5. As Carl takes the line again. And that is a purple sector 3 from Sartel, putting himself up to P3 on the second row at 108.5. Super stuff. And yeah, that is everybody taking the line. Don Rabico is on pole. As Colby says, I propose a trade for Dare Mechanical. Yeah, absolutely. Romanian Mechanical is far better than English Mechanical. There is no question, regardless of what happens in the race. Dave Wright, evening lads, welcome Dave. So yeah, I'll just give a quick run through. Don Rabico seemed to be in the league of his own there, starting from P1, 3/10 ahead of Story, who's on the first row with him. Saratel, Culpy making up the second row, quite close. You got the Romanian Mechanical in P5, the English Mechanical in P6, and Virtual Andre P7 Teabag P8, Carl P9, Kieran P10, Hound P11, Luckman 12, Andre 13, Ronan 14, Northpack 15, and Rubinho P16. Obviously, we've got no formation lap, so I'm gonna grab something while the lads are picking their strategies and making a couple of possible race setup adjustments. Paddy Pat, hi all, appreciate it. Jumping in. Rob Dunn. Hey guys, hope all it went. R.I.P. to the guy who passed away and his family. Appreciate that comment as well. To be fair, just waiting on the guys to pick their setups. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this one plays out. Hopefully, the first couple of laps is. Oh, okay. Apparently. Oh, Carl with a drive through. Oh god, that was not a great start, to be fair. Yeah, apologies for that. That game just seemed to start extremely quickly. It didn't give me much of a chance to ride on with anyone. Looks to be a good start by and large. No incidents so far, as there's... Yeah. I think Colin had an issue there. Kieran getting caught up in that as well. Possibly ghosting in this game is absolutely horrible. Just have tyres. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, kind of a mixture of Robinho on the soft. Everybody else is on a hard or a medium. Feel quite tight as well so far. Obviously, it's a tribute race. There is a mixture of pace for the race. Carl getting that drive through is just a bit of a disaster. Paddy Pat says CDR is elite. Yeah, he should be called not CDR elite hound. Carl deciding to stay out despite getting that drive through. I just confirmed that by looking in the penalties, wherever they are. I don't usually control the stream meter, so possibly not the... Yeah, Carl has a drive through, unfortunately. Does seem to have a nice bit of a battle for the top 5, the top 3, just kind of heading away at the minute. Lovely little three-way here between Don Story and Culpy. Sartil just dropping slightly behind. As I look through, Ronan is pretty close to Carl as well. Rubinho is pretty close to Andre as well. He's kind of shoving him around a small bit, but the soft tyres would do that. Initially, the first couple of laps of the race, they'd be pretty fast, as that is a yellow flag. That is Mechanical, I believe, who seems to have had a moment on track. This three-way at the front is getting a bit crazy, to be fair, as they remain sensible. But yeah, epic driving. It seems to be mega pace out the front. Carl easy now to serve his drive through, which he unfortunately picked up. Andre all over the back of Teabag as well. Difficult track to overtake on. Turns 1, turns 4. Realistically, the only place where you can make a safe overtake. There's a couple of other places where you can go wheel to wheel depending who you're racing with, but yeah, that's about it. You know what? I'm surprised with Culpy's pace here. Actually, he's sticking to the cars ahead, which is no mean feat considering Don Rabco is one of them, and they have rinsed their ERS, and Culpy's in a decent position. Saratel also in a decent position for ERS. Gonna come back down to Robinho and Andre, see how they're getting on. Yeah, Robinho just struggling to try and get past at the minute. As DRS is active now, and Story makes a move on Rabico, which I missed. Gets out of shape. Culpy and Rabico side by side through turn 3, and they both have ERS, and they make a 3 wide heading towards 4. Culpy tucks in behind, which is more than sensible. But this is allowing Saratel to creep back in, and he's not in a bad position at all for ERS, so look around. King Luckman and Teabag having a bit of a go at each other. King Luckman on the faster tyre currently, but I have no. I think this is a medium hard 2-stopper, possibly as well. High dig here. Lot of heavy load corners. And Luckman will get DRS on Teabag, and Teabag won't have it. Can Luckman make a move into turn 1 is the question. Wow, he's getting it done already. Seems to have the wings on Teabag, and he should tuck back in nice and handy. Don Rabico taking P1, Robinho taking Andre for P7 as well. He does have a 3-second time penalty for track limits though, so that could prove crucial towards the end of the race, especially if there's a safety car. It's kind of hard not to run on with the front 3 at the minute. They've more or less raced wing to rear wing for the entire race so far. I'm going to get an on board and see what it looks like from the driver's point of view. Epic racing so far, spotlessly clean, which is exactly the kind of racing that Schnitzy had been proud of. As Culpy just dropping back slightly, got a yellow flag, and that's Kieran, I think. Let's see, can Story make the move on Rabico into turn 1. ERS is absolutely burnt out, 5 laps in. Probably not the best thing in the world, and Story does seem to have the wings on Rabico, and I'd be surprised if he doesn't get close enough here to make a move. Culpy just sitting back, watching him going at it, and he doesn't have the wings. Rabico has the wings. Surprising. Saratel in the meanwhile, he's recharging his battery, 76% now, just sitting back watching it happen, and that's all he needs to do. Robinho all over the back of Ronan as well, obviously driving for 2 different leagues, but they know each other from racing on track at CDR. Dave, I literally tagged everyone. There was no check-in, but I did tag everyone saying we need people, and yeah, you didn't see it. Ooh, Alex, Robinho and Ronan Lazar's going wheel to wheel through sector 2. Great racing. Alex just having that touch of pace on the softs at the minute. Ronan not fighting too hard. It's pointless at this stage anyway. Ooh, Andre picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. That is a yellow flag, and that is Kieran, who's having an absolute mare of a race so far, but he'll keep going. Fact, yellow flag again. I think that could be for Kieran. No, it's not. Is it Robinho? Yeah, it is. No, Robinho loses in sector 3. All the hard work to get past Ronan, finds himself all the way down now in P11. Unfortunately, if I'm him, I'm actually boxing for a set of hards here, hoping for a safety car to get back onto the mediums. Carl on over the back and north after that drive through. It's a recovery drive from Carl at the stage, but long way to go. We're on lap 7 of 36. A safety car could bunch the field back up quite easily. I'm going to run up the front two again to see what's happening. Front three, apologies, who have gapped Saratel. Saratel is recharging his battery, but he needs to be careful because the Romanian mechanical is behind him, and he is also on the same level of ERS, just sitting, being dragged along. Colby in a bad position, either 46%, he's just leaving it to a head battle, allowing himself to recharge. Obviously on the quicker tyre, which is definitely going to matter, but it's only a couple of laps before, well, maybe 5-6 laps before the swing in tyres starts to change this. Will Colby make a move up the inside? He's not close enough. I don't think he'll make that move, and he doesn't. I must say it's a spotless race, to be very fair, as Andre is all over the back of Ravino now. Don't want to pit straight, should get that done handy enough. ERS and DRS active, and he does get that move done. Colby on the back again, he just seems to be shoving Story around the track. And Story isn't dropping back from Rabico either, so this is just pure pace from the front three at the minute. Saratel now rinsing his ERS, or deploying his ERS I should say, to try and get that DRS, and he has pulled the gap on the Romanian mechanical. So I think for Saratel he needs to get into the DRS here and tag along the back, build his battery and put himself in a decent position for the rest of the race. 8 laps in. Yeah, Rabico is just starting to pull that gap. Story is absolutely rinsing to try and stay close to him. But yeah, it's mega. Anyone that can stay within DRS is Don Rabico for 9 laps. There's nothing at all wrong with that, as far as I'm concerned. My only thing for Colby is, if that gap has been bridged, he's going to want to get Story as soon as he can. That mechanical doesn't get too far up the road. That would be the only thing that I can see from it. King Luckman is on the back of Andre. DRS wide open. He won't be close enough to do it into 4. But again, Luckman not in a bad place at all. Andre is out of DRS as well, so that's going to be affecting his straight line speed at the higher end. Rubinho hanging on the back of the other Andre. So we got an Andre, we got a virtual Andre. So interesting to say the least. Northpack in P14 giving it a solid. Kieran being Kieran at the back. Yeah, a bit of a spread now, and that pace difference is starting to show. I'm going to stick on with Luckman for a second. Andre doesn't have DRS ahead of him. Oh, he has a moment. And Luckman does take that position. Who gets the DRS? That is the question. If it's Andre, he might get him back into turn 1. It is Andre. And he's back up the inside, and he should get that move done as we head towards the break into turn 1, coming back onto the racing line, and he does. So that was a perfectly timed mistake. Ooh, as Colby takes Story into turn 4, small bit of wheel bagging. Story goes wide, does hold on to it. Colby all over the back of Rabico now. And this has brought Saratel firmly back into this race. The front 4 just seem to be getting away, but I am interested still in watching this battle between Luckman and Andre. Andre, the RRC owner, King Luckman is a steward of CDR. You're going to expect nothing but a clean battle here, and if it's anything different, yeah. Yeah, do you know what? This track has proven difficult to overtake on. You can see that. Worry for me if I'm on the hards is it is approaching the Spinneroonie time for the medium runners, and you're left out in the hards. You could be caught, your strategy could be ruined by a safety car. Yeah, I think Colby played a long game here. He'll stick behind Don Rabico as we have a yellow flag, and that is Kieran again, unfortunately at what looks to be the exact same place. And it is, yeah, unfortunate for Kieran, but yeah, I'd say I think Colby will just hang around the back of Rabico. Maybe not. He pierced that. Definitely have the wings on him. Ooh, small bit of lag as well. That got close. Obviously, look, we're running crossplay in this lobby to facilitate RRC. as they are a cross-play league, and you know, for a tribute race we've no issue with that. But I don't know because I'm not on board, but I believe crossplay is a bit laggy, and it certainly looked laggy there. I'm going to stick on with this and see can Culpy get a move done in turn 1 all over the back of him. Can he get a move done before turn 1? Is this Don Ravico being cute? Which we know he can be. Culpy gets the DRS, so that is Culpy. It is not. Ravico goes back at him. Oh, it's getting close. Culpy don't. Yeah, he doesn't. Don Ravico gets close. And that is Culpy into the lead of the race. But Don Ravico will go back at him into turn 4. Both DRS is pretty similar. Don will have DRS here if he can make a move up the inside. Culpy goes left and he comes back to break the toe. Don just tucking him behind. Be interesting to see what happens with the first round of pit stops. Rubinho is on 11 lap all hards at this stage, which tells me a one stop is perfectly doable. Saratil as on 48% DRS. He's deploying to just keep that DRS, which isn't a bad strategy at all. If I'm honest, the 3 cars ahead have absolutely rinsed all of theirs to try and stay within each other or close to each other. Luckman and Andre, let's see what he can do. It won't be turn 1 again. Luckman getting onto the grass, not sure he'll get the drive, and that brings Teabag into it, who's lurking in the distance. Luckman's not going to be close enough to get Andre, but he does have DRS, which will help, as does Teabag. I'm surprised Culpy's tyres haven't dropped off. You'd imagine it's in and around that medium window for the one stop. 12 laps, obviously 18 laps will be the halfway point. I'm not sure exactly what the strategy is, but I would imagine it's in and around 12, 13, 14 laps on the mediums. Being the car ahead, do you want to pull the trigger? How far can the hards go? And as I previously said, a safety car could change everything here. There is a bit of runoff on this track, as don't go up the inside there, and he doesn't. Good boy. Yeah, there is quite a few runoffs here, but it is a track where if a car DNFs, it tends to be a safety car, so that could play a part in the end result here as well. Kind of a difficult one to commentate on, if I'm being completely honest. It's there's a whole pile happening. That's Kieran, unfortunately, with a 3-second time penalty for track limit. As we will move around, Rubinho and Virtual Andre, going side by side now. I'd assume them softs are absolutely mangled at this stage, but he's committed to them, to be fair to him, and he is losing a small bit of time to the car ahead, but he is 6 seconds back already, carrying that penalty. Andre also has that penalty. This top 4 just seem to be unable to shake each other. You'd imagine the mediums are dropping at this point, as Don Ravico does go for a move on the outside of 4, and he makes it stick. He doesn't, he goes wide. He takes the Hamilton line, or the Verstappen line, apologies, and Culpy keeps the position. Don Ravico went on the outside again, but this could cost him the story. He doesn't manage to sneak in, and this has brought Saratil perfectly in absolute prime position. 60% battery, boxing clever, leaving the guys ahead go at it. recharging, not taking too much out of your tyres, and he's now not in a bad position at all. I'm going to stick with Colby and see what he box. The temptation for the undercut would possibly be there at this point, but it's just so hard to box when you're when you have free DRS and you've had it all race. I'd be surprised if he comes in. He stays out, and Saratel is in, and he is going for the undercut. Get it stopped! Oh, Jesus. Disaster for Saratel, picking up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, that's destroyed what was a massive four-way battle. Let's see where he comes out. I'd imagine it's somewhere behind Luckman, possibly. And he does. No, he doesn't. He gets out ahead of Luckman. He doesn't. He gets out behind Luckman. Unfortunate for Saratel there. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see exactly what Colby will do now. I think he'll box. He's surely got to cut. Well, maybe he doesn't have to cover Saratel now with that 5-second penalty. But I would imagine, I'd be surprised if I don't see Colby coming in this lap. Obviously, the hard runner's going to stay out for another bit. I tell you, fair play to Radko, Colby, Story, and Saratel for absolutely hanging it out. 16 laps with DRS, back and forward and swapping positions, no contact. Will Colby stay out? He is staying out. As I said, the temptation of DRS and taking that P1 position proves too much for Colby. And he goes deep, leaves Rabico space. Rabico tucks him behind, and he'll be able to go at him again into turn 4. Rabico taking the inside into 4 again. Lovely. Colby looking for the switchback. This is insanity. Colby saying he's too slow for tier 1. Bull. As we are now starting to see some changes. Rubinho in for the mediums. Rubinho going on a soft medium, possibly? Or soft medium medium? Soft medium soft. The Romanian mechanical is on the hards. Saratel not doing too badly. Roughly 17 seconds behind Story, which means that undercut wouldn't have worked. But I don't think Colby's going to come in this lap either. He doesn't seem to be struggling at all. He seems to be getting faster, if anything. Yeah, he is staying out. And Colby retakes the lead from Dan Rabico. This is like clockwork at this stage. Super race. Matey by 1 evening. Thanks for joining, bud. Appreciate it. This battle here at the front between Rabico and Colby is insane. Story as well is hanging on to the back of it. It's madness. Dan Rabico dropping back. He took it slightly, came back. This is. You know what? This is cliche, but this is Schnitzy all out. Close, hard racing on the limit, but fair. As we have a lapped car of Kieran, who needs to get out of the way fairly fast, or he's going to cause a lot of issues. No, he just stays on the racing line, which is poor, to be honest. Just get out of the way, nice and calmly. If you can hear me, I'm telling you to move. And he does stay wide, and then he doesn't. Oh, Jesus Christ. Teabag is on the back of Andre now, who had looking for company. Colby has pulled the trigger, and he is into the pits. It'll be interesting to see. I think Saratel will definitely get the jump on Colby here. And he does comfortably. That's ooh, that is a safety car. I was going to say the perfect time for Colby. Is it? Why is it a safety car? Kieran has DNF. Can't see where, but I'd assume it's this corner. It's where he's lost it a few times already. The car is gone. Yeah, this is a safety car, so this is an absolute nightmare scenario for Story and Rabico. Caught out with the 18 lap all hards. Saratel in absolute prime position on the fresh hards. You gotta say Saratel net P1, Culpy net P2, and the Romania Mechanical net P3 at the minute, with Luckman handy in fourth. Carl and Andre are into the pits as well. They went in for mediums and they started on mediums, I believe. So yeah. Oh, disaster from Andre picking up. Wow, Saratel pits again for mediums. Oh, that's. It looks to be doable, but track position potentially was better there. If I'm honest, he's now got Ronan Mechanical and Story ahead of him in what is a difficult part of the track to overtake on. I think that's a mistake from Saratel. I might be wrong. I did say disaster for Rabico and Story, but I had forgot about the Delta. You'd imagine Rabico now is in a good position. Story is going to want to dispose of Culpy as fast as he can. But yeah, it's an intriguing finish to this race. Very interesting to see how this is going to play out. Deg didn't seem to be an issue at all. Andre on the softs, he could probably get him to the end. North Pack 3 lap both softs as well. So this safety car has definitely affected strategy somewhat. What did I miss? Who brought the safety car out? That would be Kieran. Didn't catch it on stream. I know he was lapped. There was other cars trying to go through him. He wasn't off the racing line, so that it's so easy with a ghosted car inside your own car. You can miss a braking point, get on the power too early, catch a curb, and yeah, be in a wall pretty quick. So that's where we are. Got Don Rabico leading the pack at the moment. I'm just going to see. Rubinho has. Yeah, I'd imagine the safety car could possibly be in this lap if the lads catch up. Safety car currently heading through turn 1 as Rubinho and North. If I'm North, I'm going in for mediums. You're only going to lose position and the softs are going to be dead. North, pit. If you're listening, pit. 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 No. Rubinho pits and he does pit. And that looks quick. Oh, just gets away with it. Is he going on softs? That's going to keep the safety car off for another lap. Definitely. Hound is in for mediums. Good call. Doesn't lose a whole pile of positions. Rubinho is in for softs. I think that was a bit tactical, if I'm honest. Keep safety car off for another lap. Going to have a look around. Penalties. You got Andre on a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. You got the virtual Andre with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. You got Hound with a 3-second penalty for track limits also, and Rubinho Magic is carrying 6 seconds for 2 track limit penalties. Tyres, yeah, everybody can see the tyres. Position changes could possibly be the next one. So yeah, it's actually War Ronan Nasaurus, currently the biggest winner. He's up 8 positions with King Luckman, also up 7. Biggest losers at this point, obviously Kier DNF, but Mechanical and Hound down 6 and 5 positions respectively. And it's kind of as you were with everyone else. It's just been that kind of a race. As the safety car, I believe, will not come in this lap unless it's, yeah, oh, it is, and it's late. Oh God, thank you. That's going to cause issues, definitely. As Colin is, or Rabco is gone, and is Culpy. Sarratel as an engineer from Ferrari, Mihai says. Possibly. Possibly. He's going wheel to wheel with Ronan here. Two guys that drive together on every Friday night in CDR. Sarratel just tucking him behind. That's decent driving from Sarratel, to be fair to him. As Colin is dropping down the order again. Not exactly sure what happened there, but he is unfortunately dropping down. I'm interested to see what pace Culpy is going to show on these. I did kind of predict if Rabico could get off early, and he's 100% DRS as well. Sarratel on the quicker tyre than Roland as well. He's going to want to get past here, but safely obviously takes the outside full ERS. He's almost rinsed his ERS in this lap. Yeah, Culpy's still sticking on the back of Rabico, to be fair. He is deploying a bit. Oh, wow! That's going to affect the race result. Story with a 3-second penalty for track limits. The Roman Mechanical with a 3-second penalty for track limits. That's brought Sarratel back into a net P3 as well, with a couple of guys behind going to be looking at this. Culpy doesn't need to do anything crazy, but I know Culpy's going for the race win. Oh, and Luckman with a 3-second time penalty for track limits as well. Yeah, Culpy is deploying heavily now, as is Rabico. Culpy just needs to chill. Stay within the DRS, don't rinse your battery. He is obviously conscious of the story behind Sarratel takes the Romanian Mechanical now as well. DRS is enabled. And I believe Rabico with the fastest lap didn't catch the time. I think it was a 1, gonna say 10, 11 maybe, didn't catch it. Yeah, the front are just starting to take off now. Going to drop back out to Andrea, who's on the back of Teabag, who was weaving like a mother. Them tyres don't seem to be fired up for him as yet, but this is causing a bit of a train reaction. You got Carr sitting on the back of this, you got Rubinho sitting on the back of it, you got Luckman sitting on the back of it, and all the while the battling is going on, Hound is closing the gap to the back of Luckman, with Nerf hanging around there as well, stay within the DRS of Hound. So strategy, game plans going on. Roden is pushing as well, he's not too far off the back of Andrea, half a tenth or half a second at the minute. Rabico now on them fast tyres is starting to pull away, he's rinsing his DRS, adds his Culpy, it's balls to the walls for the CDR lads out in front at the minute. Story isn't giving up either, and he's in a better position for ERS. Sarratel surprisingly dropping back at the minute. I thought he would have been a bit quicker, but he's not too far away. But yeah, it seems to be the same story all race. Rabico, Culpy, and Story with Teabag picking up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Unfortunately for him, as Carr takes Andre, I missed that. Andre and Rubinho now going too wide into turn 4. Does it end badly? It doesn't. Super racing, fair play lads, great stuff. Try and have a look around the field, see is there anyone I haven't caught. Colin and Northback battling at the back at the minute. Colin pushing hard, North on the 8 lap all hard soft, so I did tell him to pit. Probably didn't hear me. They'll be hurting at the minute, and his ERS is completely drained, as is Collins, to get the move done. Oh, Andre with a 3-second time penalty for track limits as well, unfortunately. I'm going to go back up with Culpy and see how this battle at the front is going. That is a yellow flag. Oh no, Story's binned it. He's not binned it, he's had an issue on track, he's span. Oh, do you know what? That's such a... That was going so well for Story for so long, and he's just had a moment, and he's dropped all the way down to P8, and he has that track limit penalty. And that's really just made this a 2-horse race at the minute, 10 laps to go as we head towards the line to start lap 27. Sartel is dropping way off. Colby has to just play the long game here. If he gets past Rabico's going to go back past him. Deploy. My strategy here will be to deploy to keep within the DRS, and I don't even think he needs to deploy, to be honest. He seems to have the pace as RRC Andre now up into P4 on them 7-lap old softs. A bit back from Saratel, but there's just a massive DRS train here from Andre all the way down to Rubinho in P9. Virtual Andre now getting involved in this as well. Luckman isn't too far off it, and Card isn't too far off that either. So this could prove to be quite a battle, as we now have 9 laps of racing at Brazil in the final farewell to Schnitzy. Mega racing so far, top class quality, clean as a whistle, which is, you know, considering it's drivers that have never raced with each other. Well, not everyone. There's a lot of guys here haven't raced with the guys that they are racing with. So, good stuff from them. Story, you know, showing that pace, but he needs to be just a bit calm. He's pushing Ronan around the track a small bit. He's quick, there's no question. He just needs to be calculated. Ooh. Gets very close to Ronan. Ronan isn't going to fight this. His ERS is completely gone. Will he make a move into 1? He won't, and he outbreaks himself, nearly collecting Ronan, as Ronan is holding his own, getting his elbows out. Andrew with another 3-second time penalty. Lockwood with another 3-second time penalty. It is penalty central. It's nearly as bad as Canada, if I'm honest. As Teabag now gets past Story, so he just seems to be going backwards at the minute. Unfortunately for him, going to go on with the front 2 again and see what's happening. Both guys recharging their batteries as we speak. I think Rabico's tyres should start to die with a couple of laps to go. Culpy's should be in their prime at the minute. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Rabico has to deploy surely to keep Culpy behind. But Culpy is going at it, and he is looking for a move. ERS is on, DRS is on. Yeah, he doesn't. I'm going to go back to Teabag now, who's on the back of Ronan, who's on the back of the Roman Mechanical, who's on the back of Andre. Let's see, can he make the move into 1 on Andre? He goes up the inside, 5 seconds for Virtual Andre for speeding in the pit lane. Unfortunately, still got 11 viewers on. Fair play, guys. As my dogs have just left the building. There is a 6-car battle here at the minute in the midfield from P5 all the way down to P9, which is a 5-car battle, but yeah. It's not, it's a 6. Rubino is involved as well. It's just it's getting all too close for my liking. I'd be surprised if there wasn't a bit of contact here. It is class racing, don't get me wrong. It's the racing is so good, but it's just one of them things. A slight minor mistake or a correction needed. As this is the perfect example. As Andre is out of ERS, Rory, the Roman Mechanical goes up the inside. Ronan has having a look as well. He backs up as he should. Mega racing. Will Andre get back at the Roman Mechanical into 4? He will, and he should get that done. He goes a bit deep. That's a yellow flag for no apparent reason. Oh, it is an apparent reason, and that is the Virtual Andre who is off track. unfortunately for him. North for the 3-second time penalty for track limits. 6 laps to go. Mega battle going on in the midfield. There's just so much happening, it's hard to talk about. Yellow flag again. And that is sector 2. I don't see anyone having an issue. As Culpy Rabico is recharging here big time. I think Rabico definitely seems to have the wings. The run turn 4 isn't long enough for Culpy. If I'm Culpy, I'm recharging here for the next couple of laps. Stick within the DRS and give it everything to turn 1 at some point in the near future. Culpy has taken the lead of this race. Apologies, I did miss that. Rabico now has full battery and he's going to go back at him hard. Culpy, he's not in a bad position for battery, but I feel... Oh, his T-Bag is dropping down the order. He's had an issue into turn 1. And there is position changes everywhere. Andre's up to P4 now, Ronan in P5 as well. Andre's soft is surely dying at this point. T-Bag is... No, who's that? Oh, Saratel, no! After such a good race, loses traction. Oh, unfortunate for Saratel. Such a good race. Falling apart slightly towards the end, but you know what? It's been a good performance from him, so we can't complain too much. As Rabico and Culpy are at it like rabbits. Don should take him handy enough here with DRS and DRS. And he does. Don Rabico retaking this lead again. But Culpy's going to go back at him. Oh, T-Bag with a penalty for pitting. As he... That's not good. Yeah, Rabico's taking the piss here. Fully RS. Culpy, what can he do? Will he go at it again? He is deploying, and so is Rabico. Rabico does appear to have the wings. That's another yellow flag. I believe that is North Pack. It is not. It is. If I'll ever get there. It's T-Bag's car back out on track. Apologies. Bruno Dazuvius. Bruno, welcome to the chat, bud. Are you racing in the league? The names around. You were on the stream last night as well. Ooh. Cardi. Oh God. If I knew it was you, I wouldn't have said welcome. Bruno, the virus. Oh yeah. I have my flaws. So we got a couple of laps of racing left here. Colby is back in the lead again. That's another yellow flag. And that is Hound who's had an issue, unfortunately. Colby's leading this race and he's nearly pulling that gap. And Rabico is now deploying. Rabico is waiting for that one last show. But as I predicted earlier, the mediums would start to drop off the last couple of laps. Colby doesn't seem to be in a bad position at all. He still has half his battery. Rabico in a mighty position for battery. And yeah, it's just one lap left after this. I think if Rabico can take him on this pit straight, that should be the end of it. But yeah, Story is back up into P5 all over the back of Andre as well, which is a great recovery from him. As we're being on Magic making it through now as well. Going to stick back up with Rabico and Colby to see what happens into turn 1. This could be the defining moment for the winner of this race, I believe. It's hard to see Rabico not getting past here, but my God, Colby gave it everything. Still a bit to go. He could get him back into 4 with Rabico. They have equal amount of battery when you consider the amount of time they have to deploy. But I'd be surprised if Don doesn't get this into turn 1. Very surprised. Colby's going to defend there to try and break the slipstream. Rabico goes around the outside and he gets it done with 1 lap to go. Colby literally has to run into 4 now to get back at him. And that's about it. Can he get close enough is the question. He's deploying full now. And he deployed full to try and defend. He won't have enough. He doesn't have enough. So that looks to be it. But what a race from Colby and Rabico representing CDR. Proudly. A lot of the RRC guys as well. Oh, as Andreas had an issue. He gets taken into turn 1. Unfortunately for him. But yeah, I think everyone is just rinsing their DRS now at this point to see what happens. Andre looking for a move on Rubinho, who lags everywhere. That is the... Whoa, Rubinho have a big issue there. Andre will get at him here. Will he send it up the inside? He doesn't. He uses common sense. Ooh, and he gets taken by Carl as there's a multitude of lag happening, which is not ideal. But yeah, Colby, will he get him on the run into the... He won't. And that is Rabico to take the race win with Colby in P2. A staggering 19 seconds behind Ronan, who will take that final podium position in what can only be described as a mega race for Ronan. Super race considering where he was at one point in this race. Rubinho as well. Massive result for him. He was all the way down the back at one stage. Crashed out of quali. Started at the back to take P4. Andre to take P5. Penalties are ooh yeah, penalties coming into play now as well. That moves Car up P4. Mechanical in the Romanian mechanical back up P5 and P6. But obviously the Romanian mechanical is far better than the English mechanical, finishing in P5. As everybody else more or less taking the flag, as North is doing donuts. And so is Steve. That is the final send-off to Schnitzy. Yeah, I think that race would have did him proud, to be completely and utterly honest with you. Massive race. Super respect show from everyone. Steve needs to just get his car over the line as he's now in the pit lane and disappears. Thank God for that. Pity wouldn't happen in general. Oh, anyway, yeah, just not a whole. Who's driver there? Come on, Andre. No, 14th. Yeah, driver there, Rubinho Magic. For me, the driver of the day, Schnitzy. No question. Driver of the week, driver of the last 2 weeks. Yeah, Don Rabico taking the top step with his trophy. We got Colby and whoever finished in P3 because my memory's gone blank with the Romanian flag. Ronan, apologies, taking P3. Yeah, super stuff. I think some of the admins from CDR are going to join me in a couple of minutes. So Yeah, super race. Great way to close it out. Not even going to read through that. Yo,
Yo.
sorry, burnouts.
Yeah, well, I had to, really, didn't we?
Yeah, I tell you, Steve, I watched that race, man. It was Colby's just joined. That race from Colby and Rabico was insanity. It was
I could
mental.
listen. I've listened to it all the way through. It
Oh,
sounded
it was insane.
phenomenal.
Colby, how'd you find that?
Um, I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't take the win, but then again, it's not a race to win. We're all winners here, aren't we? Like I said yesterday.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. Yeah,
but no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Apart from that little tap he gave me when I had the legal overtake, I had to slow down and give him a position back, and then the safety car. But we'll talk about it in a Discord.
Uh, yeah, what a guy Snitsy was, eh? Like, it's been a weird week, really, isn't it? Been quite numbness.
yeah. Funny, funny old week, yeah. But yeah, I think you know what we did what we can. We did everything we can within the remit of what we have available. But I just want to say a big shout out to the RRC lads there. I rode on board with some of them racing our guys as well, and the racecraft by and large seemed to be just quality. To be fair,
Yeah, I mean, it was fun racing them, I thought. I had a few battles with a few of them. Colby didn't. He ran away with everything else with Don.
No, I had a battle with one of their guys as well. Nitro something.
I
He's
was
called
calling
him
I was
Pete.
calling them story.
Oh, fair enough then. Yeah, had a
Yeah,
battle with him.
he dropped it with 8 9 laps to go, following down to 8 or 9, I think.
Yeah, they were slowing me down a little bit on those hards. On those mediums, I was rapid,
Yeah,
but there was just no way of getting past them. By lap three, both of them were flashing with VRS, whilst they had about 60%, but there was just nowhere for me to pass.
yeah, yeah. They seem to have the wings on you as well. A bit. Not sure. It could have been
Yeah,
your exit out of the last corner as well. It was just hard to see as Colin jumps in with. And with that, CDR retires number 21 or 91. Yeah, absolutely. That is the number 91 officially retired from the
yeah.
league.
I'll go retire it now, just in case I forget.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'll go back to my lovely 8.
I'm 84 on him.
Anyway, guys, I personally need to drop out. I'm gonna leave the stream run for another while.
Well, before we go,
So
has everyone got a beer ready?
I
I
have a beer
haven't,
ready.
but I can
Hold
make
on.
the noise of a beer opening.
I have a beer. It's just open.
Would you like to do the honours to say the final words?
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I suppose um, when you start the league, you know, an online league with online people, you know, you don't expect to meet people that leave a lasting impression, and Schnitzy was one of them for sure. I know he was quiet, so a lot of guys might know him, you know, very very well. We talked regularly, quite regularly. He was just a top guy. As I pointed this out last night, he was just a league owner's dream. Shows up, races, doesn't get reported. Solid guy as well, always willing to give advice, even if you weren't on his team. Kind of a no secrets kind of a guy. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, he's a top guy. So cheers to Snitsy.
Yeah,
Counter Steve the butchered nail like.
yeah. Or, or
I
how
would
we
say
enjoyed it
him,
as well.
but
Schnitzel.
yeah,
Schnitzel, yeah.
Yeah, he liked that one. He liked that one. That's for sure. But I'm sure we've done him proud today and
Yeah.
yesterday, but probably more so today because it was pure pace race today. And yeah,
Dave was there as well, didn't realise that.
Yeah, he's as well.
Didn't even say join the party.
Yeah, Kieran had to go something about a cat ran out in front of a window or something. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll leave it there.
Yeah, Godspeed.